everyone, welcome to True Crime and Tarot. I am the creator of this channel and my name is Natalie. So this is a new case that I have researched online, and also I've done some tarot reading on the case as well to see what the ins and outs of this case is, and this is what I predicted through the tarot cards. It may not all be 100% true, but obviously in card readings there is got to be some type of truth within the reading. So what I have done then, I've done the research on Madeleine Mcann's case, and I'm going to read out, the research upon what I have found out, and then at the end then I'm going to tell you the reading that I have done through the tarot cards. Okay then, so this is the Madeleine Mcann case. So Madeleine went missing in Praia da Luz in 2007, more than 13 years ago. She vanished from her holiday home while on holiday with her parents, Jerry and Kate Mccann, and her brother and her sister that were both twins. There's been an identification on a suspect searcher's site in Hanover with connection to the case. It has been dug up and a dog search has been on the site that is near Hanover. That is the prime suspect that lives there. The detective has said that a German child sex offender may have kidnapped Madeleine Mcann. And after breaking into the family's holiday home in Portugal, the suspect is possibly fair-haired, 6 foot tall, slim build and white. The male is said to be 43-year-old, serving a prison sentence for a sex crime and has 2 previous convictions for sexual contact with girls. Here is the timeline of events surrounding Madeleine's disappearance. So in 2007 then, on May the 3rd, Kate and Jerry Mccann from Rotherley, Leicestershire, leaves their 3 children asleep in their holiday home in Praia da Luz in the southern Portugal, while they dined out with their friends at a nearby tapas restaurant. Nothing is amiss when Mr. Mccann checks on the youngsters just after 9 p.m, but when his wife, Mrs. Mccann, goes back at about 10 p.m, she finds that her 3-year-old Madeleine is missing. And Jane Tanner, one of the friends that was dining with Mccanns, reports that seeing a man carrying a child earlier that night. May the 14th, the detectives takes Anglo Portuguese property developer Robert Muriton for questioning and makes him a argued, which is a formal suspect. The officers also searched the home that he shares with his mother in Praia da Luz, just 100 yards from where the youngster had vanished. August 11th, exactly 100 days after Madeleine had disappeared, investigating officers publicly acknowledged for the first time that she could be in fact dead. September the 7th, during questioning of Mr. and Mrs. Mccann, detectives make them both arguidos, which is the suspects in their daughter's disappearance. September the 9th, the Mccanns fly back to England with their 2-year-old twins, Sean and Amelie. 2008, July the 21st, the Portuguese authorities shelved their investigation and lift the arguido suspect status off the Mccanns and Robert Murat. 2011 then, May the 12th, Mrs. Mccann publishes a book about her daughter's disappearance on Madeleine's 8th birthday. Scotland Yard launches a review of the case after a request from the Home Secretary Theresa May, supported by Prime Minister David Cameron. 2012 then, April the 25th, Scotland Yard detectives say that they believe Madeleine could still, in fact, be alive. Released an age progression picture of how old she might be and what she looked as if she was 9 years old, and call on the Portuguese authority to reopen the case, but Portuguese police say that they have found no new materials as of yet in 2012. Okay, now in 2013, on July the 4th, Scotland Yard confirms it has launched its own investigation operation Grange into Madeleine's disappearance, which was 2 years into a review of the case. It has generally new lines of an inquiry and has identified 38 people of interest, including 12 Britons. October the 24th, Portuguese police confirms that a review of the original investigations has uncovered new lines of inquiry and they're reopening their case. 2014, in January the 29th, British detectives flies to Portugal with armoured claims that they're planning to make an arrest. June the 3rd then, sniffer dogs and specialist teams are used to search the area of the Scrubland Close where Madeleine went missing. December the 12th then, detectives began questioning 11 people who it was thought may have had information on the case. 2015, on September the 16th, the government discloses that the investigation into the disappearance of Madeleine has cost more than 10 million. Okay, October the 28th then, Scotland Yard investigation into the disappearance has been cut from 29 officers to 4 officers. 2017, on April the 30th, the couple prepared to mark 10 years since their daughter had disappeared and had a BBC interview where they vowed to do whatever it takes for as long as it takes to find Madeleine. 2019, on May the 3rd, local media report Portuguese detectives are investigating a foreign paedophile as a suspect in the abduction of Madeleine Mcann. 2020, on June the 3rd, the police reveal that a 40-year-old German man that is a prisoner has been identified as a suspect in Madeleine's disappearance. July the 28th, German investigators are searching a garden in Hanover in connection with Madeleine's disappearance. Madeleine's suspect has a secret Portugal compound guarded by fierce dogs. It was owned by Christian Buechner's ex-girlfriend Nicole Fellinger. Nicole's father, Dieter, went to speak to the German equivalent of the FBI for a second time. Prosecutors has confirmed he gave a lengthy interview and that they are seriously examining this new lead. Dieter had said no one knew about the secret compound, no one ever searched. Sorry, I can't get my words out today. No one has searched there or the property. It is overgrown property, over 5,000 square meters. It was a well-secured area that police dismissed the claim that Madeleine is buried in the forest 6 miles from that resort. Okay, so this is where I had come in and done a tarot reading on this case. So the first question then I had asked the cards is what happened to Madeleine Mcann. So the first card that came out then was the Star card. So there was a lot of feelings of freedom with the family and a lot of enjoyment. I'm seeing the family playing with water and being in the sun and being very happy, and things are being very calm after a day of fun. Then you had the Eight of Swords then that had come in, which is there was someone that had restrictions, that was involved in a crisis and drama, that didn't focus properly, that have not long come out of prison, or was incarcerated, that was bound and blindfolded. Someone there was a fear and terror and hopelessness that became a victim and had been silenced, otherwise there was some consequences that was to be involved. Reverse 10 of Cups. There was a rocky patch between two people. There was quarrelling. They were either separated or divorced with no children. They either didn't want children or couldn't have any, and they just wanted to play happy families. They may have once been involved with social workers, or they lost their home. They was unfriendly and kept themselves quiet and isolated. Strength card. There's a woman who stood up to someone that was very controlling, but it happened and became very successful, and they had animals, or they had one animal. Reverse 2 cups then, they are a couple that is not suited and very unhappy with a lot of domination going on and a lot of discord. Six of Swords, there's an accomplice or an ally involved in Madeleine's disappearance. She smuggled over water or the sea. There's two involved, a male and a female, with the disappearance. They was very weary and had a lot of negative thoughts. They was overcoming some difficulties and moving on with it. The death card then to come out. So there's a sense of ending and letting go, and a family secret that is involved, and saying goodbye. Reverse 5 of Cups. There's someone with deep-rooted depression with a victim mentality that is in denial and unable to forgive either themselves or the other person. There's something also about money being challenged and seeks forgiveness and wants bygones to be bygones, like they have a split type of personality disorder also. The Empress. There's a blonde-haired woman with a nurturing, protective, compassionate energy that has got children, that lives in the countryside, that may represent Kate McCann or another person of significance. King of Wands. There's a man for significance that could be Jerry McCann, that is being shown this person is very strong, a mentor, a very proud person, very heroic, adventurous and well respected, and a risk taker, or someone that is involved. Queen of Wands. There's a fair-haired mature woman for significance. This could exactly be a significance to Kate McCann being represented in this one as well. Also, that is very ambitious, very fearless, friendly and really sincere as well. That's very helpful. But this could also be representing a fair-haired clairvoyant that has been involved also. Reverse Ace of Wands. There's a lot of blocks and delays. Someone's not been up for something. There was very disappointing news for Madeleine's family. Reverse Nine of Wands. There's someone that was giving up hope, and someone that was being very stubborn and wanting their own way and having a lot of extreme paranoia involved and was being very suspicious. Okay, the next question I asked then was, who was involved in Madeleine McCann's disappearance? So the first card was the Hermit, so a lonely, withdrawn person or persons that was involved with the wrong people and laying low and keeping themselves very private. Reverse King of Cups, a male that is very unhappy with a lot of dark moods, very bitter, very unkind, with a lot of addictions, maybe a alcoholic, may have been involved with some type of rape or violence or dark arts. That is a swindler or a embezzler or a con man. Reverse Three of Wands. There is a lot of bad weather where they are or where they was at that time. A very impatient male, someone that's been very homesick with a lot of regrets, and no one has got this guy's back. Reverse Queen of Swords. There's a woman that is very obsessive and vindictive, very nasty, cruel, seeks a lot of punishment, that plays a lot of mind games. This could be a stepmother or an absent mother to the male. Reverse World. There's weight problems and being very vulnerable and very jealous and envious of people. Reverse Ten of Pentacles then, there is a genetic family health issues with a lot of family feuds. There is a lot of illegal businesses going on and bankruptcy. Reverse Four Swords, there's someone that is getting out of jail or got out of jail recently. Reverse Chariot, someone is going to be losing control of a situation and will be overreacting there is also travel or some car issues that is involved. Reverse Fool. There's being very impulsive and being childish and naive with unfinished business and frustration and abandonment and need to get away. Next question I asked then was, where is Madeleine now, or her body? So the card that came out then was the reverse Eight of Wands. So there is a lot of arguments and stress and struggles with a lot of chaos, panic and unfinished business, and someone that is interfering, that is a third party member. Reverse Tower. So there's someone getting away with something, bringing an end to a difficulty. Emperor. So there is a involvement with the law or father figure that has power and gains victory and success. Six of Cups. Madeleine is being cared for. She is longing to go back home. She's very homesick. She's having memories of the past. Something familiar to her and something about her hometown, and reminiscing when she was little and thinking about the past. High Priestess. So there is a lot of spiritual energy around her, like they're a cult of some sort. There is a lot of secrets going on and being very withdrawn. The Devil card. So there is a lot of addictions where she is. There's a lot of obsessions and jealousy and hiding and being trapped, where there is a lot of violence and trying to save herself from the situation that she's in. Reverse Two of Swords. So she's really afraid and guarded. She's hanging on to pain and hurt, and she is facing her fears. Then we have reverse Seven of Swords. Then so these a lot of illegal activities going on and blackmailing, and a lot of scams and cons that's involved with that as well. Three of Cups. So there is like some type of party or intoxication or some type of festival that is going on around her as well. Like something like a circus or something like that. Reverse Wheel of Fortune. So there is struggles and delays and the past coming back as well. Then I've asked the last question then, what is the final outcome of the Madeleine Mcann case going to be? And we had the reverse Seven of Wands. So there's someone that's stepping down and being very, very paranoid, and some foul play coming to some type of compromise. Two of Pentacles. There's to be some publishing that's involved and some decisions and a lot of ups and downs and financial stress. Seven of Pentacles. There is to be some progress and hard work paying off. There is to be a trust fund or a large inheritance that's coming in as well. Ace of Swords. There is new ideas coming in and new plans and justice, and there is to be a breakthrough within the case also. And then the last card then is the Knight of Pentacles. So there's a young male that is very cautious, maybe a businessman or a farmer that works outdoors, that's coming forward with some type of information or an offer that is involving some type of money as to where Madeleine Mcann actually is. Okay then everyone, so that is the research I have done on the Madeleine Mcann case and the tarot reading that I have done on the case as well. So for some type of like people that is doing research or looking out for Madeleine Mcann, please take this into some type of consideration. Have it in the back of your mind just in case something does come up that is linked to the reading that I have done today on the Madeleine Mcann case. I really hope that they do find Madeleine Mcann and that she will be alive and she won't be long and she'll be coming home. Fingers crossed for her and all her family. Thanks for checking out my video on this case, and I see you all again soon. Bye.